Hello, it's Joe and welcome to another Minecraft survival video. Today we're going to be working more on the end area, and I'd like to start by making the zombification chamber. So let's get to it. Here we see a wild bob in its natural habitat. Look at it. So majestic. Alright, this is the zombification chamber. So I decided to make it more aesthetic than just functional. Right, so we can see the bob in here with his diamond armor. We can see him kill the villager. And I decided to make it like a little pen, right? So it's a bit of the overworld in here. There's a moon, so that he's like, oh, I'm in the overworld, I'm at home, yay. But he's really not, he's in the end. So if we come down here, this is what I did for it. So this is the input line, right? When the minecart goes over here, it activates this double piston extender. I'd wanted to do a triple piston extender, but I couldn't get it to fit in here at all. This double piston extender gets activated, and then this torch tower gets activated. This torch tower attracts the piston, which opens up this area so that this piston opens, which allows the minecart to go through this hole, but then it closes so that Bob can't just jump out of his pen and just run around the end. That would be bad, because I don't know how I'd get him back inside there. And then I have the same activation mechanism over here to bring the villager back, except it doesn't retract this piston, but just extends this piston to allow the villager to go here. I have the detector rail with my dispenser full of splash weakness potions, and then the zombified villager will just go up back into the little place over here. So let's test it out. Let me get a golden apple. I forgot to show this to you last episode, but what I did here was, rather than making myself have to fly all the way across the void back to the center end island, I generated another end gateway in the middle of the void so that I could just get here right away. Now, generating that end gateway was a lot of trial and error, because this wasn't a straight line out. This was like at an angle, so I had to try to figure out where to do it. Alright, so I've got my apple. Let's see. Who do I want to infect? I'll probably do you, Mr. Protection 4. So let's send him over. Hello. Now set this to zombify, and then we'll send him through there. Hopefully it works. And there we go. That was really fast with that sword. Now if we send him through here, we heard the weakness. Bob got a splash of that too. And then he should be over here. Oh, he's so short now. Now if I give him the apple, he should be curing. Now I don't know how long it's going to take. Since we're here in the end, I don't want to have to go all the way to the overworld in order to get my resources to trade with the villagers. It would be much easier if I was able to farm them up in the end. So I decided I'm going to make a few farms at this other station I have over here. What farms am I going to make? I'm planning on doing a pumpkin farm, because that's an easy automatic farm. I plan on doing a brown mushroom farm so I can get my fermented spider eyes for the weakness potions. I plan on doing a sugarcane farm so I can get sugar to make the fermented spider eyes, or I might just use the sugar I have in my witch farm. But it would also be useful because I could get paper to trade with my librarians to level them up. I'm also going to make an auto brewer for weakness splash potions over there as well, so that I could have a huge stock. Oh, there he is. He converted. Now look at this. He went from 40 348 emeralds to only 18 emeralds for an enchanted book. Now, I would go and convert him again, but I'm out of weakness potions, so I'm gonna build the auto brewer next. Let's get to it. Alright, I have finished the auto brewer. I realized that I don't have enough brown mushrooms to make the fermented spider eyes I need. I have just 9. I have just 9 brown mushrooms. That's not good. So I'm gonna have to make the mushroom farm next. But before that, this is what I did. It's based off of a design by someone else. I'll leave a link to their video in the description. But I modified it a bunch so that it'll keep brewing as long as my output chest or shulker box is not full, and that it also indicates to me things like when I'm out of water, or when my water bottles are full, or when I'm out of my ingredients. So before I can get this started up, I'm gonna have to make the mushroom farm. I guess I'll make it over here across the way. I'm not sure about the layout of this. I haven't thought at all about it. I could make it right next to it. So then I go here, and then I could just come here to get my mushrooms if I need. I guess I'll do that. I was also thinking of putting white shulker boxes over here so that I have, or actually, oh yeah, I was filling up water bottles. If I right click this block, it's a waterlogged block, it'll just throw water bottles into this hopper that's under the carpet. But I was thinking of putting white shulker boxes here. I don't have white concrete in my inventory, but so that I have easy access to my materials just right here, so I don't have to run around. Alright, I spent some time in my creative world designing this brown mushroom farm, and I think it works. As far as I've tested it, nothing went wrong. It works for what I need it to work for. So here's what it does. I can turn it on, and then I place a brown mushroom there. Then when it grows, this TNT duper will drop a piece of TNT on here, blowing up the mushrooms. That's the first time that's happened. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the growth of mushrooms. I'll leave that there just to make sure. And then I have just stems, and you could just chop down the stems. They're very useful for bone meal. Oh, I think it gets in the way. It does get in the way. Ooh, I need to figure out what to do about that. But yeah, but most of the time it does work. And just from that, we've already gotten like half a stack of mushrooms. It's not too crazy complicated. Right, I just have a comparator taking output from this. Whenever there's a block there, it'll read the whatever's in the dispenser, so then it just turns this into a bubble column. This observer activates this piston, which then activates this whole thing. Alright, so I've got to figure out what the issue is with this, and then I'll get it built. Alright, I finished building the brown mushroom farm, and I noticed that my build is a bit cubic. There's just a bunch of squares or cubes stacked together, and I'm kind of liking it. As you can see, I also have a bit of a problem with Enderman right now, and them picking up my blocks and leaving them in places. I don't know where they're spawning. I tried lighting it up, or I've tried lighting this place up as best as I can, but I keep coming back and more of them spawn. But if we head over here, you can see I started working on my pumpkin farm, but the Endermen are also really annoying with this too, because they're taking my pumpkins, they're taking my dirt, they're trampling my farmland. Like, look at this. Oops. But I'm making a, what is it? A flying machine based pumpkin farm. I don't know how big I plan on making it, because I have like a couple, or well, I have half a shulker box of dirt pretty much, so I could make it really big. But I don't know if I'm going to need that many pumpkins, because in the end, one pumpkin is gonna pretty much be one emerald. So I don't really need like 10 double chests of emeralds like every hour, or however efficient this farm is gonna be. So I'll have to see. It's really hard to find the hitbox of the pumpkin stems because they're like tiny. That's the hitbox. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's the hitbox. Stop trampling my crops! Jeez. Stupid Enderman. Stop! What are you doing? And this place is really coming together. I'm really liking how it's going right now. Over here, I'm gonna build my bone meal farm. It's gonna be weeping vine based, and I'll get back for another update when it makes some more progress. Okay, I'm back for another update. I finished the pumpkin farm. This is how big it is right now. So let's test this out. Right, great, I'm on the wrong side. Here we go. Where's my lever? Alright, let me turn that off. And as we can see, it's coming along here and harvesting all of the pumpkins. All the pumpkins are being immediately picked up by the hopper minecarts that are being dragged along. Oh, and look, when it goes back, there's some pumpkins that have grown already, so get extra pumpkins. So while I wait for that to unload, let's take a look at my bone meal farm. So this is it so far. I made a small little bit just to test out to see if everything worked, and it did. So that's really nice. An issue with this farm here, the bone meal farm, is I'm gonna have to try to figure out a way to put a weeping vine on the bottom of every single one of these blocks. Alright, let's check out our pumpkins. Oh, that's a decent amount of pumpkins for that one harvest. Okay, so, well, for right now, I think I'm good with pumpkins for a really long time. Okay, I just thought of something. If I stand on my flying machine and turn it on and right click while I'm looking at the ceiling, yes, it does work. And this, ooh, okay. Well, I figured out how to place all my vines, but it's gonna take a while because this place is really big. Alright, so I've finished the weeping vine farm and AFK'd here for 2 hours, but I only got 1 stack of bone meal. That's not very good. I'm gonna have to AFK here for like 2 weeks in order to get enough bone meal just to even start running this farm. It's not very efficient. So I think I'm gonna have to tear this down and replace it with something else. I don't know what to replace it with though. I've looked online and seen that other people used melon slices to make their bone meal farm and found that more efficient and effective than this. So I might replace this with a melon farm, and if I do, I'll have to make it bigger than my pumpkin farm so that I could get even more bone meal than just this. Because right now, each stack of pumpkins is pretty much going to give me just 10 bone meal, which is not good at all because I've been here for 2 hours and this is all of the pumpkins I have. So I'd only get like 500 bone meal, which isn't even 10 stacks, right? It's only like the first row of this double chest. So I need to make my melon farm really big. Alright, well, I guess I'll just come back when I've torn this down and built the melon farm. Alright, I finished it, the melon farm, and it's given me tons of bone meal, so now I can run my mushroom farm. And I ran that a bit, and got a bunch of fermented spider eyes, and now I can make my weakness potions. I also made a sugarcane farm that's pumping out a ton of sugarcane. So I've been trading a lot of that with my villagers and got a ton of emeralds. Now I keep forgetting to mention these villagers here that I have in this place. You've probably seen them around. They're just there in case I want more villagers. So one thing I wanted to do was to get a map and make a map of... Oops, I didn't mean to get 9 maps, but whatever. But I wanted to come here and make a map of my little skyblock area. Well, essentially skyblock area, just to see how big it is. So if I go into this mode, it looks really nice. I like it. Alright, got the pumpkin and melon farm and the mushroom farm. I did not come up with a fix for it, so that's why I need so much bone meal, because if I'm not paying attention and there's a block stock up here and then I use like 2 stacks of bone meal trying to grow a mushroom, right, I won't have to worry about wasting so much bone meal. But I don't know what else I'm gonna put here. I think this is it for now. This is all I'm gonna build. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and gently caress that beautiful subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.